So over the last few weeks I've been asked by a number of people that are using Contact Enhance a little bit about filters and best practices when it comes to business data. What I thought I would do is put a very short video together to go through a few of the things that I look for on the data to make sure that it's behaving okay. The first thing that I look for is duplicates. Now, I use the email address as the unique identifier, and that works pretty good because most people on my database are using just one email address instead of multiple email addresses. So when I'm running a deduplication query, I use the email address as the unique identifier. The second thing that I typically look for is to see whether or not the data that I'm running has been enhanced. Obviously I'm using Contact Enhance to do this work, but there are a few fields that are really important to me. A lot of the data that I collect is just an email address, so getting the annual revenue, the business size, the SIC code, the location, things like that are really important to me. The reason why is because next I want to segment my data. I want to create segments within the database, and those segments I'm going to send personalized emails to. Once I've done my deduplication, my enhancement, and I've segmented my list, I normally have a look to see a couple of different things. The first thing is to make sure that the first name and the last name marry up with the email address. Sometimes on databases, with the amount of work that's going on, they can get themselves corrupted, and that can start to misfire. And you do not want an email going out to an email address with the wrong first name, especially if you're doing some personalization along there. Once I've got that checked, I do validate the telephone numbers for any follow-up campaigns that we're doing, and I also validate the email addresses. One other thing that I look at quite frequently is the Klout score. So I look to see who on my list is active on social media, and I use the Klout score to identify that. Now I know that Klout can be gained, but I'm not really bothered about that. What I'm really looking for is people who have got a Klout 70 plus score, so that I can put them into a slightly different box. I know that these people are on social media, I know that they're using those channels, and so I put them in a little ring fence there. So those are the things that I'm normally doing every week, checking on my database to make sure those things are looking good. And that's pretty much it.